Am I the antagonist for excluding my neighbor's child from a playdate at my home? Our oldest child is at that stage where he prefers to have his friends come over to our house for playdates. My wife and I don't mind, as we enjoy seeing the children have fun, and we can keep an eye on them in our home. For one specific friend, whenever he is invited over, he automatically brings his younger sibling along without forewarning. This isn't an issue for us as both kids are kind and respectful. However, when our neighbor's child hears the younger sibling in our backyard, she automatically runs over to our front door, asking if she can join in too. Initially, we were fine with it, as long as she received permission from her parents. However, it has reached a point where every time our oldest has a friend or relative over, our neighbor's child expects to join in. Our son informed us that she only comes over because she likes the snacks we provide and the toys that the kids play with. He mentioned that they are not even friends, and he is unhappy that she keeps interrupting the time he wants to spend with his actual friends and cousins. We have politely discussed boundaries with the neighbors, but they do not seem to care, as their child continues to come over. During the last playdate we hosted, the neighbor's child came over as usual, and I answered the door and gently informed her, "I'm sorry, but you can't come over today. Ask your parents if your friend's parents can arrange a separate playdate for another day, okay?" She responded despondently with an okay and returned home. Later, we received a call from her mom asking why we couldn't include her daughter and expressing disappointment over her child's heart being broken. My wife explained that we had previously discussed this situation with them, and it was not reasonable to expect us to supervise their child whenever she felt like coming over. The mom stated that her daughter had a hard time making friends, and it was cruel to exclude her from joining in the fun with other kids. My wife responded that she understood their daughter's situation, but emphasized that they were not entitled to our home or our time, regardless of being neighbors. She requested that they respect our boundaries. Finally, she mentioned that we were expecting the other parents to arrive to pick up their child and ended the call. Are we in the wrong here? Not the antagonist. Your wife was clear, polite, and respectful about not inviting the sibling over. You're the host, so it's your call. Your son has already expressed that he isn't friends with her and doesn't want her bugging him and his friends. It's not you or your son's fault. The girl doesn't know how to make her own friends. Plus, when I was a child, my little sister never came along on my playdates. Am I the antagonist for siding with my friend's daughter over her? So a few nights ago, I went over to hang out with one of my friends after work. It was me, her, and her 17-year-old daughter. From the moment I got there, I could tell there was some sort of tension between the two of them, but neither one of them was really mentioning anything going on. After about 20 minutes of putting up with the weird, awkward tension, I finally just ripped the band-aid off and asked what the hell was going on between the two of them. Mom, she's mad at me because she broke her phone and I won't replace it for her. Daughter, I didn't break my phone. My phone got broken, that's not the same thing. Mom, whichever, say. Daughter, no, not whichever, those are completely different things. How would you like it if you got rear-ended at a traffic light and I went around telling people that you wrecked your car? Me, she's not wrong. Daughter, she's acting like I did this on purpose. I've had that phone forever, and it's never had so much as a scratch. Me, you have had that phone for a long time. Wasn't that like an iPhone 7? Daughter, no, it was actually an iPhone 6. I got it when I was in 5th grade. She's a senior in high school now. Me, I could probably find you a decent phone online for a good price if you want me to look. Daughter, I shouldn't have to look for a new phone. Her old phone is sitting upstairs doing nothing. Me, wait. That's right, didn't you just upgrade from a Samsung Galaxy S21 to a Galaxy S24? Mom, yeah. Me, was there something wrong with this 21? Daughter, no, there's nothing wrong with it. She just doesn't want me to have it for some reason. Me, what are you doing with the old S21? Daughter, she's not doing anything with it. It's sitting in a drawer in her bedroom collecting dust while I'm sitting down here with no phone. Me, why not just let her have your old phone? What good does it do to have it sit in a drawer and collect dust until it becomes obsolete? Mom, I'm keeping it as a backup. Me and the daughter both give her the side eye. Me, really? Did you ever need your SATE again when you got this 21? Or the S5 when you got the SATE? Or this 2 when you got the S5? Mom, she'd still have a phone if she took better care of it. Me, are you serious? She's had that phone for like half her life. It's never had so much as a scratch on it before this happened. Mom, you know what, this isn't even any of your business. Daughter, I bet you'd think it was his business if he was taking your side right now. Mom, you shut your mouth. Me, hey, there's no need to get nasty with her. Mom, you can shut your mouth too. Me, you can go straight to hell. You're angry because you're being selfish and got called out for it. Yeah. Needless to say, this was pretty much the end of the night and I left. So, am I the asshole for siding with her daughter over her? Not the antagonist. You chose your side based on logic and what you believe to be right, and that should never make you an ah. It's important for bad parents to have peer feedback when they are behaving badly, and it sounds like this woman seriously needed to hear WTF is wrong with you from someone other than her daughter. Wonder if she has stuff on that phone she doesn't want others to see. However, calling her a beach was unnecessary. Am I the antagonist for standing by my sibling and telling our parents they need to mind their own business and leave them be? My sister lost her husband at a young age, 22, and became a young widow and a widowed single mom. For the past 16 years, she has not dated or found another romantic relationship, and she doesn't want one. She has communicated this to me personally. We discussed how although she has felt lonely at times, she has chosen to spend more time with family and friends during those moments. She has never encountered someone who piqued her interest, and she does not foresee entering into another relationship in the future. She remains devoted to her late husband, still cherishes him, and when she envisions romance, it is with him specifically. It is not merely a desire for a partner in general, but rather a desire for him. She has undergone grief therapy and has been involved in a support group for young widows and widowers. She is not wallowing in sorrow. While there are instances of sadness or a wish for a different life, she is predominantly content and has no intention of seeking out another partner. She finds it inconceivable that she could ever feel the same way about another individual. Although she has been set up with people who theoretically match her preferences, she has never felt a connection or spark with any of them. Our parents struggle to accept her decision to remain single and have expressed concerns about her daughter missing out on having another father figure. They have also mentioned how her daughter is being deprived of witnessing a happy relationship and the experience of living with a married couple. Despite their objections, my sister has informed them that she is content with her current life and has no desire to change it. I advised my parents to respect my sister's autonomy, emphasizing that she has the right to make decisions regarding her own life as she sees fit, being an adult. They countered that she may not fully grasp what is healthy or unhealthy. In response, my sister relayed that she has addressed this issue in therapy and was informed that there is no obligation for her to fall in love again. She reiterated her lack of interest in pursuing a new romantic relationship and stressed that this choice should be respected by all. I supported her stance and urged our parents to desist from interfering, cautioning that their actions may push her further away. In subsequent discussions, my parents persistently asserted that I erred in supporting my sister and argued that it is their concern as well. They also remarked that my backing of her perpetual widowhood is inappropriate. In conclusion, am I the asshole? Not the antagonist for sure. Your parents need to understand that your sister knows what's best for her. Pushing their own expectations on her and questioning her choices is not only disrespectful, but also shows a lack of understanding and respect for her autonomy. It's great that you're standing up for her and supporting her decisions. Your sister is a strong role model for handling her grief and living life on her own terms. It's her life, her choice, and your parents really need to respect that. Keep supporting your sister and reminding your parents that it's not their place to interfere in her personal decisions. Am I the antagonist for not inviting my attachment parenting friend out and insulting her? For context, me and 4 friends all had babies around the same time, within about 6 months of each other, and the babies are all between 12 to 18 months old. My son is 14 months old, and my attachment parenting friend's son is 18 months old. When we were all pregnant, we decided we would never let being a mom take over our lives. We'd continue to hang out and have normal relationships, etc. 4 of us have maintained that fact, and we hang out regularly. When her son was about 6 weeks old, our friend devoted herself fully to attachment parenting. We all realized quickly that she was happy to be a mom and only a mom, and we were excited for her. I tried it myself after hearing her talk about the bonds and things, but it's just not for me. I enjoy having breaks, and sleep training saved my sanity lol. She is completely controlled by her son. We would invite her out initially, but we were always met with a no. It was too late in the day usually. We typically enjoy hanging out after bedtime, but her son can't cope without her, so she can't attend. The daytime events we planned she couldn't attend because they aren't baby friendly, and he won't settle. Basically, her son needs to be with her 24/7, and we do not want to escape our kids to hang out with hers. So recently as a group, we stopped inviting her out with us. She is obviously upset and is claiming we're not being understanding, shaming her for her parenting decisions. Which I understand how we are, but on the other hand, it's not hard to understand that we want to spend time child-free, and that includes hers too. It all came to a head a few days ago when we were having one of our toddler playdates and the kids were all playing. I mentioned going out for drinks that night, and she made a comment about wishing we planned these things earlier in the day for her. I told her that we do it because we want it to be child-free. She claimed we were purposefully excluding her. I told her that she only gets so upset over it because she's created a clingy monster of a toddler and can't escape him. I was aggressive and immediately apologized, but I'm tired of tiptoeing around her when she's created this situation herself. He won't die if she leaves him at home. She can come hang out if she wants. She just doesn't want to deal with a tantrum. She got really upset, obviously, and ended up leaving early. Our other friends think we should start planning events so her son can just hang out too. Obviously, we miss spending time with her, but I don't think she should get to bring her son. It's not a mom evening if she's got a toddler screaming for the breast all evening. Am I the antagonist? Not the antagonist. It's clear that your outings aren't baby-friendly, and she's not respecting that or causing a scene about it. Every parent has had to deal with tantrums at some point, but she's avoiding facing that reality. Your hangouts have a no kids policy, and if she can't handle that, she shouldn't be invited. Maybe suggest more child-friendly settings for one-on-one hangouts with her. And if her attachment parenting isn't allowing her son to cope without her, she might need to reconsider her approach. Am I the antagonist for giving up my dad and his wife affair partner's tickets to my graduation? When I, 18 years old male, was 8, my family fell apart when it came out that my dad was sleeping with my mom's best friend. I found out a few hours before my mom did. Dad brought us, me and my sister, now 16 years old female, over to her house to play with her kids, and I saw them kissing. Mom found out when she wondered where we were and came over and caught them in bed together. Mom left Dad, and Dad moved in with the affair partner who was formerly known as Aunt Mel. My mom put my sister and me into therapy because we did not adjust to the changes. I was lucky enough to be sour enough about it more than a year later that I wasn't at the wedding because I was clear I would not play along with their special day. We also had a heated exchange a few weeks after he moved in because I told Mom what I saw, and Dad was furious with me for making it worse. My mom never badmouthed our dad or the affair partner to either of us. She encouraged us to have a good relationship with them still. 2 years ago, I sat Mom down and told her to stop encouraging that with me because I would never have a good relationship with them again. I stopped seeing my dad 8 months ago. It was close enough to my 18th birthday that I knew Dad taking Mom back to court wouldn't hurt her in any way. But I was made aware that they had booked free tickets to my graduation. We have limited numbers so parents can call the school and order some. Closing happened last week, and on the last day, I asked the school to give the tickets my dad called in for someone else, which they did. He found out and was furious. He called and berated my mom and demanded she get her parents to give up their tickets for him and his wife. I told him I didn't want them there, and I didn't want them in my life anymore. Dad told me I had no right to give up the tickets he had ordered, and I had no right to stop him and his wife from watching their oldest kid graduate. I told him I'm not their kid and I'm ashamed to be his. He raged at Mom some more after that, and he also gave my sister hell until she told him they were terrible, so what did he expect? I saw texts on her phone with Dad saying all kinds of terrible things about me. Am I the asshole? Not the antagonist. Your graduation, your rules, and you get to decide who gets to be there. But why is he taking it out on your mom and your sister? You have the right to invite and control who has tickets in your set to attend your graduation. Would you feel any differently if your father attended separately? Left the new wife at home? I respect your loyalty and consistent stand for your mom. On a side note, your mother is a complete saint. Betrayed by the two people she loved the most, and still encouraging civil relationships? She is far better than me. Seriously, I hope for the best for her. Am I the antagonist for not acknowledging my friend's new partner when inviting them to my wedding? I, 28 years old female, got engaged to my fiancé, 29 years old male, 2 years ago. We started planning our wedding over a year ago, and our wedding is set for August 2024. We both have large families and big friend groups from college, so it has been difficult to keep the guest list relatively small, under 200. We decided to only give +1s to friends in serious long-term relationships. A year or longer at the time we began planning the wedding. Over a year ago when we made our guest list, my friend Holly, 26 years old female, had been single for a while. Obviously, we did not give her or any of our other single friends a +1, and Holly is a part of my friend group from college, so she would have plenty of people to hang out with at the wedding. A few months ago, I caught up with Holly and she shared she had started dating someone in August 2023. My fiancé and I sent out our invites recently, and last week, Holly and I met up for lunch and talked about the wedding. She very casually asked if our other friend would be bringing her boyfriend. I said yes, but mind you, this friend had been together with her boyfriend since around the time we made the guest list. After lunch, she sent me a long text saying that she understands we can't give everyone a +1 and wedding planning is already hard and stressful. But she felt a bit disrespected by the fact that I didn't acknowledge her new relationship at all or bother explaining why she didn't get a +1. She claimed in the text that she doesn't mind her boyfriend not being invited, but thought the respectful thing to do would be to send a quick text or bring it up in person that I would like to meet him another time, but don't have a spot for him at the wedding. She felt that by not acknowledging her relationship at all, I was invalidating it. I was not made aware that I owe everyone an explanation for not inviting their new partner, who they didn't even know at the time I made the guest list. I do think she is mad about her boyfriend not being invited since our other friends' more long-term partners will be there, and is claiming she is only upset by me not acknowledging it as a cover for this. I'm not looking for feedback on if I am the asshole for not inviting her boyfriend since that's a separate issue, but am I the asshole for not giving her an explanation or bringing up the +1 topic with her? Not the antagonist for not giving your friend's partner a +1 to your wedding. It's your day, so you decide the guest list. Explaining the situation may have been helpful, but it's not necessary. Your friend's feelings are valid, but ultimately it's your call. Just communicate openly with your friend to maintain that relationship. Everyone's trying their best here. Thanks for watching. When you subscribe, make sure to hit the bell to turn on notifications so you never miss a video. To finish listening to all the stories, check out the playlist in the description.